Hey there, this is Marky2200 and let me first take the time to sincerely thank you guys for 1000 subscribers. It has been a goal to me for a very long time, and as a small YouTuber, 1000 subscribers really means the world to me. So I was thinking, I should do some kind of special. I've done a Q&A at 500 subscribers, so I was thinking, I love Need for Speed. I've been doing ranking videos for the past 3 years. Why not rank every single Need for Speed from worst to best? Well, that is quite a task because, when it comes to the main series, there are 24 Need for Speed games, up until Heat that is. So we're going to rank every single Need for Speed from worst to best up until Heat or up until 2021. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get started. So at number 24 we have Need for Speed No Limits, and this is the mobile game that we have. I mean, I'm not so much a mobile gamer, so I'm not gonna go on to this for a very long time, but basically it's a free-to-play Need for Speed game with decent selection of cars, decent customization, but it has a pay-to-win really system, so that's really that. At number 23 we have Need for Speed Payback. This is quite a recent Need for Speed, so why is it so low on the list? Well, there are a couple of factors for this. The first factor is its atrocious microtransaction system and its monetization, because instead of regular upgrades like adding a turbocharger or changing the camshaft, we do a slot machine. So that was probably the worst decision that they've ever made. Next of all, we also have like this loot box system, and apart from that, the story was very cringy, the characters were not likable. We also had scripted police chases and it was quite terrible. I mean, if all of those things weren't in the game, Need for Speed Payback would have been like a pretty nice game, but because of all of those things that I've previously mentioned, it's just terrible. Really terrible. Coming in at number 22 we have Need for Speed Nitro, and well, I'm pretty sure many of you have already forgotten about this game. And well, that's because Need for Speed Nitro was only released on the Wii and the Nintendo DS, and I have played both versions of these. And Need for Speed Nitro is, well, it's a bit too arcadic for my style. The cars look weird, the handling is a bit weird, but for what it is, I mean, I can't really recommend Need for Speed Nitro. It's what it is. Coming in at number 21 we have Need for Speed 2. Yes, a very old game. Old doesn't have to be bad, but in this case it is. There is really one reason why Need for Speed 2 is so low on the list, and that's, well, because of its atrocious handling. The first thing that comes to my mind when someone talking about Need for Speed 2 is its atrocious handling. I mean, for every single corner, although is it like a very easy corner or a very tight corner, you have to brake. Like, the cars understeer so much, even the high-end cars, they just don't feel right. Of course, I had to use an emulator because, you know, DOS, Windows, stuff like that. And it's quirky. I haven't played Need for Speed 2 when it was in its prime, because I wasn't around then. Coming in at number 20 we have Need for Speed Shift 2. I'm not even gonna talk about this broken garbage piece of shit. Coming in at number 19 we have Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, and where to start with this game? Progression is pretty much not there. You can start in the best car or switch to the best car, stuff like that. Also, it has the title Most Wanted, and well, I think we can all agree it isn't Most Wanted. Racing was okay-ish, repetitive a bit sometimes, but there you are. Multiplayer was fun though, at sometimes, I have to give it that, but I can't give it a higher place than number 19, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. At number 18 we have Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, and while the racing was okay, it's just Porsches, and I am not the biggest Porsche fan, to be honest. So really, because it's only Porsches, I can't put it any higher than 18th place, so there's that. Coming in at number 17 we have Need for Speed 1, or better known as The Need for Speed. The granddad of Need for Speed games, and it actually does play pretty well after all these years. Interior looks good, graphics look good for its age, and well, if we had Need for Speed 1 we wouldn't have all of these other games. So if you haven't tried Need for Speed 1 out, you really should, because I think every, well, I wouldn't say diehard Need for Speed fan, but every Need for Speed fan should have at least tried out Need for Speed 1. If it can be on a PS1, it can be on a PS1 emulator, it can be on a DOS emulator, so there's that. Really, you should try out Need for Speed 1. It was actually pretty fun, so there's that. It's a bit basic, but fun. I mean, you can't really expect too much from a game from, what was it, 1994? Something like that. I could be wrong on that, but it's a very old game. So there's that. Coming in at number 16 we have Need for Speed Rivals, and yeah, Need for Speed Rivals, it's pretty much a mixture between Most Wanted 2012 and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. While it can be fun at some times, Rivals really is like a poor man's version of Hot Pursuit itself. Although the cars are better, I wouldn't say better, there are more cars, and there's a more quantity of cars, and there's more diverse cars, and there are more modern cars. Some people like that, some people really don't care, like me. Yeah, I can't really say too much more about Rivals. It's okay-ish, but there are just better games that does the things that Rivals do better, so there's that. Coming in at number 15 we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I will immediately say, many people say the PlayStation 2 version is the best. I don't have a PlayStation 2. I never had a PlayStation 2. I didn't grow up with a PlayStation 2. So the PC version is alright. I have tried out PlayStation 2 version on an emulator, but I can't say it is an amazing game. The cars felt weird, the graphics were alright, but the racing itself was, I can't say it's great, it's good, it's decent. Playing as a cop was fun from time to time, but you know, I prefer other games to do that. So Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, although it's a decent game, it's not great. In my opinion, it's not great. Coming in at number 14 we have Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, and this game is actually really fun to play. I think it's a better version of Need for Speed Rivals. It's an old version of Need for Speed Rivals, but it's a better version. I like the way playing as a cop, I like the cars, I like the soundtrack, I like the music really a lot. Handling wise it's okay, graphics wise, well, what can you expect from a game that is that old, but you know, there you are. And at number 13 we have Need for Speed High Stakes, which is pretty much Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, but with more cars, a better fleshed out cop system. Soundtrack was alright. I also really don't like the fact in High Stakes that you can't really change the binding keys. You know, you have a preset of keys that you can use. And Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit you can change every key. However, although they're quite similar, Need for Speed High Stakes just has more to offer, so that's why it naturally ranks higher than Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. So there's that. Coming in at number 12 we have Need for Speed The Run. Although many people say that this is the worst Need for Speed out there, I digress. It was fun, it was a fun change for once. The cars were alright, the story was, well, it's probably one of the better stories we had since, well, its inception. Free roaming is out of the window because you pretty much just race from one point from America to the other point in America. There are some weird moments in there that I really wouldn't consider being Need for Speed, but it was a fun change. If you haven't tried Need for Speed The Run Out, you should try it out. But you know, it's a game that you must have played because it's just that much different from the other games. Not necessarily for the better, but you should try it out. Well, at number 11 we have Need for Speed Shift, the first shift, not the second shift. Well, pretty much you will only like Need for Speed Shift if you like racing on tracks, and I do like racing on tracks, like popular tracks like Spa, Nürburgring, Monza, stuff like that. You know, being a Formula 1 fan, I started liking racing on tracks, so there's that. Physics are okay-ish, you know, yeah. I can't really say too much more about this game. The progression is alright, you know, it's not amazing or anything, but you know, I urge you to try out Need for Speed Shift if you like racing on popular tracks. But you know, there are other games that does it better, like Forza Motorsport, Gran Turismo, Project Cars. All of these games does that better, but you know, Need for Speed gives their own twist around it by, you know, being Need for Speed, but there's that. We have reached the top 10, and at number 10 we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010. You know, of all the versions that you can play as a cop, when compared to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed Rivals, Need for Speed 3, Need for Speed High Stakes, this one is easily the most enjoyable. It's the most intense one. You have a lot of cars to choose from, a lot of nice cars to choose from, and you know, multiplayer was alright, and they actually recently remastered Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010, which includes all DLC for PC. Haven't tried the remaster, but there's that. You know, playing game modes like Hot Pursuit and stuff like that, where you have to take out and bust all of the races that are racing, that is really one of the most fun game modes there is in Need for Speed history. So if you haven't tried out Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010, I believe it's available on Steam. I'm not quite certain on that. If it's not available on Steam, it probably is available on Origin. At least it was when I checked out last time, which was quite a while ago. But you know, you should try it out. It's definitely a fun game. Coming in at number 9 we have Need for Speed Undercover, and while there are some problems with Need for Speed Undercover, I do admit there are also some good things in Need for Speed Undercover. Problems. Story is a bit felt rushed, it felt out of place, but I can feel that they've tried, but it just feels out of place. Handling is a bit weird. There's nothing more I can say about it, it's just weird. And then there's the problem with the bloom. You know, many people say it's too much, I can't play with this bloom. I've gotten used to it over the time, so there's that. When it comes to the good things of Need for Speed Undercover, well, first of all, I like the map, I like the amount of cars, I like the diversity in the cars, and I also like the soundtrack. The music in Need for Speed Undercover feels mysterious, but it is quite fun to listen to, it's quite nice to listen to, but you know, overall it's a bit weird, but it's good weird. Coming in at number 8 we have Need for Speed World Soapbox version, I have to say, because the regular version is not available anymore. The devs have pulled the plug on it since 2015, I believe, or 2014, 2016, something like that, but the regular version is unavailable anymore. If you want to play Need for Speed World, you have to play it, well, through the community mod. And it is a bit better than the regular one, because the regular Need for Speed World had loads of microtransactions and the new one doesn't. But what is Need for Speed World? Need for Speed World combines the map of Most Wanted and Carbon and puts it into one massive multiplayer online game. You can race against each other, you can escape the police with each other, and the amount of cars that are in Need for Speed World is like 200 or something, and you can fully customize each and every single one of them very thoroughly. What else? Yeah. You know, it can be a bit repetitive, I have to say, Need for Speed World, and it's best to play Need for Speed World with a couple of friends, because if you play it on your own, it can be boring and repetitive real quickly. Also, the soundtrack in Need for Speed World is quite fun to listen to, but there's that. Handling is okay, and all the other things like power-ups you can earn or buy with in-game credits and stuff like that. Yeah, it's also free, so if you haven't tried it out, you definitely should. So coming at number 7, we have Need for Speed 2015, the one that pretty much rebooted the entire series. Before 2015 we had Rivals, we had Most Wanted 2012, and then again Need for Speed 2015. I do admit 2015 has some problems, namely the weird handling that you simply have to get used to. There's no other word for saying that. The online only, even for single player, is a big turn off for many people. And the cops, although you can engage with them, the only thing you can do is, well, you can pay the fine if you are just, getting in a pursuit. But you can really only escape from them. You can't do anything else with them. So that's a bit of a shame. Although 2015 did also many things right. The atmosphere, they absolutely nailed the atmosphere, the feel of it. It just feels right. Yes, it's night only, but it's street racing, tuners, night feels alright with it. Graphics, even for a game that's, well, right now 6 years old, it looks pretty good. It looks gorgeous to me, actually. The music is, well, it's not amazing, but it is good, so that's that. The cars, the customization is all good, great even. Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. Story-wise, it can be a bit cheesy, but not as cheesy, not as cringy as Payback. So that's, well, pretty much nothing can be cheesier or cringier than Payback. So, well, there's that. But Need for Speed 2015 is on number 7. And coming at number 6, we actually have Need for Speed Heat, which is the best modern Need for Speed there is. I mean, it took everything from Need for Speed 2015 and it took the good things of Payback. Yeah, Payback had some good things, and just combined it. It has the street racing feel, but it had many supercars. The car list of Need for Speed Heat is actually quite enormous. The customization is amazing. Story is alright, it's definitely probably the best story in modern Need for Speed titles. There is one thing that really is a big turn off for me. Well, not really a turn off, but it's just terrible. This is the very first Need for Speed where I just completely turned off the music. I believe the music is god awful. Where's the rock, where's the metal? We only have this rap and hip hop, and not even really hip hop, it's just rap, and I'm not a big fan of rap. It's just very, it is not diverse. It's not diverse enough. So that's saying something. That I completely turned off the music for Need for Speed Heat, and I just made a playlist of all the Need for Speed music from underground to undercover. And whenever I play Need for Speed Heat, I just put on that playlist, because I just cannot listen to Need for Speed Heat's music. Cops is a big step up, because you can actually engage with them, disable cops, crash cops, and you have some power-ups that you can use from the customization. And that's that. I also have to recommend the Project Unite mod. Although this ranking is mod free, if you have a good PC and you have Need for Speed Heat, you should definitely try out Project Unite. Currently we're at 3.1 or 3.2, but really Project Unite is what Need for Speed Heat should have been. Need for Speed Heat was abandoned very quickly by the devs. We only got 2 extra cars, some content, but Need for Speed Heat just really needed the love it deserved, and Project Unite gives that love it deserves. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about 2015, it got massive amount of updates, massive amount of cars, content updates, stuff like that. But no, that's that. Need for Speed Heat is, It's great. It's great. And with the Project Unite mods, it's amazing. If I were able to rank it with the Project Unite mod, I put it at number 5. However, I put Vanilla Need for Speed Heat at number 6. We have reached the top 5, and at number 5 we have Need for Speed Carbon. What can I say about Carbon? Well, first of all, the story is probably one of the best stories we've ever had in a Need for Speed title. I like the cruise, I like the map, I like the music, I like the gameplay. There are really a couple of things that I don't like about the Need for Speed Carbon. First of all is, well, the cops. They're there, but they don't have a purpose. With the cops you just, well, they have a purpose in challenge series obviously, but in regular career, all you really do from cops is run from them. You don't engage with them really, you don't have a challenge with them, but that's that. Also, I think Need for Speed Carbon was way too short. You can pretty much complete this game in about 4-5 hours, something like that. So there's really where the Battle Royale mod come into. It's not like you think it is, but Battle Royale mod pretty much overhauls Need for Speed Carbon and, well, makes it a lot longer. So that's something I can highly recommend. Need for Speed Carbon in itself, although fun, it's very short. Coming in at number 4 we have Need for Speed Pro Street. In my opinion, the most underrated Need for Speed there is. Need for Speed Pro Street, although it can feel a bit repetitive, you know, you can set yourself with so many challenges and there are so many cars. The tuning system is amazing. It's a game that I have a hard time recommending because of its repetitiveness, but I really enjoy. You know, you really either love Pro Street or you hate it, and I personally love it. Also, the speed challenges in Need for Speed Pro Street, my god, they're exciting. If you know what you're doing and you have the best cars, and in that case check out my testing videos to see which are the best cars, and you have the right tuning, Need for Speed Pro Street can get a little bit easier sometimes. You know, the kinks themselves, apart from Rio, are actually really easy. So there's that. And Need for Speed Pro Street can be really satisfying at some times, but you know, there's that. Coming in at number 3, we have Underground 1. In my opinion, Underground 1 has the best race feeling. Also the best drift feeling, the best drag feeling, it just has the best feeling. It was the first Need for Speed that had a story, that had customization. Although there were only 20 cars, the cars themselves are, well, pretty much legendary. And at the time, you know, Fast and Furious was extremely popular and Need for Speed wanted to resemble that. So it came out with Underground. It was a big change compared to the previous title, which was Hot Pursuit 2, but it was a change that was incredibly well received. So Underground, although it can be a bit repetitive at some points because you actually are racing many times on the same circuit, it just has a nice race feeling. And the soundtrack is amazing. Yeah. Then we have 2 more Need for Speed titles, and the one that I haven't mentioned yet are Underground 2 and Most Wanted, and it is incredibly difficult for me to determine which one is better than the other. So, though when talking about Most Wanted, when compared to Underground 2, it has more cars, it has more diverse cars, it has more legendary cars, legendary characters, it has a better story, and of course it has the police system, which is incredibly fun and could have been a game in of itself. However, Underground 2 has, in my opinion, a better atmosphere. It has got greater customization. The taste of the customization at this time is really bad and incredibly ricey, but at the time it was amazing because of Fast and Furious. In my opinion, Underground 2 also has the best music of any Need for Speed, and it has a drift mode, which Most Wanted lacks. And Underground 2 has a very thorough and fleshed out tuning system and dyno system. Something that we haven't seen, well, pretty much since. Yes, Pro Street has a tuning system. Yes, Heat has a tuning system. Shift has a tuning system, but not as thorough and diverse as an Underground 2. It also has many great features like the outrun mode, the photo mode, it has hidden events. It also was the first Need for Speed that had an open world, and in my opinion the map of Underground 2 is better than Most Wanted, but although not by much. So, you know, they both have got great things to represent, but it's so difficult to say which one is better than the other. So I'm gonna end the ranking with this. I do believe that Most Wanted is a better Need for Speed game because of, well, its story, its better gameplay and stuff like that. But I do believe that Underground 2 is more fun to play because of the reasons that I recently said. And I do think that many of us can agree on that. They're both great games, and they're both great for their own reasons, and it's so close to ranking these, but saying Most Wanted is better but Underground 2 is more fun is probably the best way of putting it. And I can't make it any better than it is. So, well, there's that. And again, I wanted to sincerely thank you all for me reaching 1000 subscribers. Even if you are just a viewer, someone who liked one of my videos, someone who is subscribed to my channel, someone who is subscribed for a long term to my channel, I thank you all supporting my channel. And it will continue. I will continue with these testing videos, with these ranking videos, and who knows how my channel will look like in 5 years, but that is a story for another day. For now, I'm just really happy that I finally reached 1000 subscribers, and again I thank you all for helping me reach that. So this has been it for this video. If you've liked this video, consider liking. If you wish to stay updated on all my future videos, consider subscribing. It really means the world to me. And well, let's push for 2000 subscribers, shall we? Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel. This has been Marky2200, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.